Hi, welcome to HR Mentor. My name is Bolaji Olaguju. I'm your host, HR Mentor. I have a guest HR Mentor here in the name of Olayinka Olatunbosun of Ringardas. He's the HR Director of Ringardas. Olayinka,
Thank you very much.
thank you.
Thanks
you
for
so
having
much.
me.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Okay, as usual, once we have an HR mentor in the house, we have to ask some questions to gain insight from their wealth of experience and exposure. What are the top two challenges you faced in your role as an HR director?
Presently, the top two, I would say, uh, talent. Because like I said, I just took over a company and I'm trying to shop for talent or develop the ones I took over to propel the company forward. Very related to that is culture.
Culture.
Yeah, because to me, culture is everything. If you get it right, things will just fall in place.
Okay.
Meaning, people are doing things the right way from top down.
Top down. Okay, interesting. So regarding these two challenges that you're faced with, talent and culture, can you give us an example of how you were able to overcome some of the talent challenges? I know you might not have overcome the entire thing, and then some of the cultural issues.
Um, on talent side, it's a journey because we came in and took over a company where the basic thing like job description was not existing. Right, so when you don't have job descriptions, there was no structure. People didn't even know who they were reporting to. Who were just doing things the way they felt it should be done. So what we first did was to put things straight. What are the skills that we need for this business? We established those ones. What do we have in-house? Establishing them means even going forward to draw job descriptions for them.
To document.
So what do we have? What we have, can this suit what we need? There were no leaders at all. The middle was void when we took over because they had expatriates.
Okay.
And down were Nigerians. So the middle was missing. So out of this, the so-called Nigerians, who can we start looking to moving into the leadership role? We've done pretty much of that. Some could, and we're working with them. It's not everybody.
Of course.
It's not everybody.
That's typically usually the case.
And whilst doing that, we started doing a lot on the brand equity too, because we have to attract people from outside. And I would say we've really succeeded on that because I won't go into details because I've been able to recruit from other companies that,
are world class.
Exactly. And for me to be attractive to those guys, that means something
brand
something is
improved.
is
Okay, what about culture?
Culture-wise, we met a culture of be seen and not be heard. And it's still on now, but it's changing because then you couldn't talk, just do as said. But now it's changed. So what we did when we came in was to tell people, you know what, we are all equal. Everybody is somebody in Ringardas. And we try to build trust.
Okay.
We say it and we make sure we do
that
it.
You do it. So promises made that promises kept.
Exactly. That took them a while because I remember my first trip to one of my depots and they were like, we heard this before. And I was like, yes, you heard it before. But you're seeing my face for the first time. And why not just give me this benefit that someone different has come to tell you this thing? And from that on, things started changing. So culture-wise, because they see what we say is what we do. I want to have lunch, I go to the canteen. I don't eat on my desk.
So you also affect everybody from the
top down. So it's changing.
Yeah. Interesting. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. My second question is around value. Okay.
Right.
you have wealth of experience in HR. So if you're going to boil down everything and I say you should pick one and two top areas where you believe are the biggest value HR can add to the organization, what are those areas? What are those key values?
Like they say, knowledge is wealth.
Mm-hmm.
I would say learning. HR experts should never stop learning. And that is all encompassing, meaning know about the business and know beyond your business, because that is how you can really help the business. I'm working in oil and gas today, downstream, but I have core, which are maybe those in operations, but I have support. I employ accountants, I employ HR. So if I'm only focused on one aspect of the business, how do I help the business? So you have to keep on learning, reading, don't stop reading. Get to know what is happening. And now it's globalization. It's home already. I mean, forget the when we go there to look for a job. Now they are recruiting from here. I was reading through Guardian yesterday and I saw an advert from Ghana. A position in Ghana, and they advertised in Guardian of yesterday.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. Okay.
So we have to be very cautious of all this.
Interesting.
Another thing is, I'll say integrity, but
Okay.
I'll coin it another way, is professionalism.
Professionalism.
Just do it the way it should be done. Be professional in all you do. If 10 years down the line they are going to check it, let it be known that or said that you did it the way it should be done.
Interesting.
To me, I'll say those are the two
areas where HR can add value.
If you do that, you'll be able to at any time hold your head high. Don't get me wrong, mistakes could come.
Of course.
Exactly.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's human.
It's human.
Okay. Thank you so much. Okay. So to your fellow colleague, your peers, your fellow HR director, what are 3 career advice you give them from your own point of view to say, look, this will help you succeed going forward, to the senior ones?
To the senior one, I'll say they have to, more than any other thing, partner with the business.
Okay.
They should partner with the business. They should never stop learning. And the third one, I'll go back to what I said earlier on, the professional.
Be professional. So be the ultimate professional. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. These are very, very interesting. Okay. Now, fourthly, as a senior HR professional with the potential to be a mentor to thousands of young, upcoming HR wannabes, or HR in their mid-career, what are your top 3 career advice for them? How did they get to where you are and even beyond where you've been?
That would be those things, the values I hold in high esteem. They have to cultivate the culture of learning. You can't just do HR if you don't know about the business. If you find yourself in banking, know enough about banking to support banking. I've right from consulting to banking to oil and gas to construction to power at some time. Now back in downstream oil and gas. I could say things about all these places. And that's when you are welcomed at the table. Especially imagine a young HR person speaking the language of the business. Exactly. It endears you to,
Yeah, I can imagine. Somebody recently joked and said HR wants a seat at the table. Is he under the table or or where? You can't have a seat if you don't understand the business.
Why would they give you a seat when you've not brought anything to the table?
So what are you bringing to the table to give you the right to have a seat at the table? Interesting.
That's when they will always make sure you are there when decisions are taken.
Interesting.
Because if you have nothing to contribute, they will decide and come and tell you, this is the minute of our meeting. Act on it. and it might be too late, because if you were there, you could have told them, no,
Yeah.
it won't work this way.
Interesting. Okay, what other advice do you have for the young and upcoming?
Yeah, they should come into the profession with an open mind. They should be ready to think out of the box, because we are working with human beings, very dynamic. Fine, we have policies, we have rules, but no one jacket fits all. No one jacket fits all. So they should come, they should expect anything on a daily basis. What worked yesterday may not work today. And that's why, thinking out of the box, they should be ahead. Knowing that human beings, for who they are, anything could happen.
Absolutely.
And
They
I
should
mean
be-
anything could happen.
Yeah. They should be able to manage complexity
Complexities.
and also deal with paradox, because HR can be very, very paradoxical.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you. So, finally, if you had the chance to sit with Dave Ulrich, he's my favorite author, whatever, or any of the leading thought leaders
Right.
in the area of HR, and you have the opportunity to ask them 2 questions that potentially you need answers to, that can help you further in your career, what are the 2 questions you ask?
Well, I'll say one that is very, very burning now. For me, is where we found ourselves today in terms of multi-generations. Because I know if we don't start doing something about it now, we just found ourselves in it and we'll be helpless. Like I said earlier on, the generation Z or Z now, they're in camp already, 22, 23. Next year or this year, we find them in our workplaces. Their expectations are different.
Are we ready for them?
Are we ready for that? We've not even finished sorting out the millennials. And these are the things we don't really look at.
We don't fully understand the millennials.
Exactly.
And then the Generation Z is knocking at the door
Yes,
already.
and we have the Generation X that are changing in their perception, in what they want, expectations, and we are not looking at that. I think we should start looking at all these things away from the conventional HR practices, because we cannot run. It's a global village, and Nigeria cannot say we are not part of it.
Exactly. We can't exist in isolation.
No, that's it.
So your question to him would be,
Please tell me how to deal
Deal
with the impending multi-generational issues. I don't know, I'm sure.
in the workplace.
In the workplace, yes.
Okay. Any other questions? Yeah?
That
would be the main one. Wow. Yeah, and it's really loaded.
Yeah.
It's very, very interesting. Okay. These are great insights. I've really enjoyed this session with you. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you very much.
So to the audience, there you have it. Multi-generational issue is a top issue that HR people need to start preparing for, to undo, so that it doesn't derail our organizations ultimately. The issue of culture is important, importance of learning, and the part that I love the most is the professionalism, do it the way it should be done. Promises made should be promises kept. So I hope from some of these you've been able to gain keen insights from our guest, Olayinka Olatunbosun, HR Director of Ringardas. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.